Welcome to Chizuba Talks, a podcast dedicated to sharing compelling stories of hope, determination, and humanity. I'm Tej, the host at Chizuba Talks. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful discovery of the human spirit. The key to a good character is a well rounded personality. Becoming stronger, independent, and getting out of a comfort zone are crucial elements to nurture healthy individuals. Nurturing this thought and putting it into action is our guest for today, Stephen Dye, founder and executive director of the nonprofit Detroit Magic Child. Welcome, Stephen. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Ms. Cage.
I know you are very passionate about programs that are essential to the positive growth and development of youth. You began in 1998. What was it like then?
Like then, back during that time, Ms. Cage, it was a, a basketball and cheerleading organization. Basically, we wanted to kind of keep the kids busy after school hours and to keep them out of trouble and to give them a safe haven to come in and to join in with their peers, have fun, and just enjoy themselves.
Lovely. And were these programs free and are they still free?
Yes, they were free back then. Basically, what we did, we just asked the kids to come in, got permission from their parents for them to participate, and just gave them a fun-filled program. Today, the program is still free. We do what we call a little registration fee.
Mhm.
It's a little minimal registration fee, like $25 for the parents, just to kind of like get a commitment from the parents and to make sure that they're involved and that they are behind their children being involved in the program.
I'm sure, when people say it is free, there's no value attached to it. So when you give it some value, I think the response is also equally interested.
Yes, ma'am. Indeed, it is. Yes, ma'am.
Right. How well is this program received? I'm sure teachers and parents are more than happy with this, having kids to be occupied after school hours as well.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Our parents they have a sense of comfortability when they
Mhm.
know that their kids are in a safe place where they can come, they can learn, but also have fun participating in various activities, from academics to mentoring to sports and recreational activities.
Beautiful. So these are, how many kids do you have right now? Are these across schools or it is a particular area that you operate from?
Now we operate on the north east side of Detroit, but it's Metro Detroit. We invite all kids to participate. The door is open to everyone, and right now we're servicing about 100 to 150 kids.
Wonderful. And they come from all different schools or a particular area, or do parents have to drive them all the way to your center?
They come from all over the city, and some come through the state of Michigan. Some parents have to drive them right where we're centrally located.
Uh-huh.
Some of the kids are able to walk to the facility because it's right in the neighborhood where they live. But we cover the whole Metro Detroit area.
And do you see particularly gifted children? Do you have children who are showing, extraordinary skills? And do you promote them or do you enroll them into some kind of training where they can pursue and probably get into the district, state, or the nationals?
Yes. Some of our kids are very talented, and have their own personal skills. So we try and feed off of their skills to elevate the skill that they have. We
Yeah.
also in our mentoring program, we also bring in mentors to teach life skills, trades,
True.
to in order for them to be able to learn about life skills and the various different programs that are out there for them once they grow up into the society. We provide these particular skills in order for them to go on and to begin a successful career.
Yeah. So you nurture their talents and ensure that they get the proper guidance. You have your coaches who are trained and able to deal with these kind of skills as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We collaborate with a lot of businesses and a lot of different organizations that specialize in certain different programs. So we collaborate with them, bring them in, and we work together to create the programs for the kids.
That's fantastic. I noticed on your website you also offer programs on anger management or conflict resolution. These are things that children learn on the field and off the field as well. But do you run special programs as well for addressing these kind of issues?
Yes, ma'am, we do. We have sessions where we bring mentors in to teach them about conflict resolution, anger management, how to prevent de-escalate escalating situations, how to get along with their peers, and they come in and do role playing with the kids also. We have role playing sessions where the kids go through certain situations and learn how to dis-escalate those situations.
Yeah. I've been in a school earlier and I was teaching, and I realized that children sometimes improvise and they come up with their own situations where they are resolving issues. And I think that's the best way to learn a role play, a dramatization, or even creating a situation where they are required. That's basically training for adulthood.
That's right.
What is the age group for your children?
The age group is preschool, so we started five actually. We started at six, but
Five.
now
All
we
right.
start at 5 years old, and we go on to age 18. The 15, the 14 to 17 and 18-year olds, they come in and we call them youth leaders, where they come
Mhm.
in, work in the program with us, so their own paid salary, and at the same time they're able to learn the different skills of mentoring and tutoring and leadership development programs, and work with the mentors and teachers to mentor and teach and tutor the kids.
It's a win-win situation, isn't it?
It's a
You have
win-win situation. It is.
yes, the older kids coming and playing. And is there a particular case that you remember that was particularly challenging? And conversely, do you remember any case which was extremely, extremely satisfying?
What was one particular situation that we had a youth, a teenage youth, that he came in the program and he just wanted to just kind of like pretty much do what he wanted to do in the program. And if he didn't want to participate, he wouldn't participate. So we assigned him to a special counselor to work with him, not only to be able to talk with him and actually get into his head and find out what was going on, because sometimes things are going on a lot far beyond what you can see in
True.
a child. You know,
Absolutely.
you don't
Yes.
you, you don't know what's going on in their home. You don't know what's going on outside. You know,
Yes.
so we provided that particular counseling to the youth, and he was able to complete the program successfully. He went on to join the Navy. Okay, and
Wow.
yes, behind that, he was able to. I think he worked on a submarine, and he dealt with the various missiles on the submarine. So he came back, got out of the service, came back, visited us, and now what he's doing, he's coming in, mentoring with the kids, letting the kids know that, hey, I sit there with where you all are sitting. I was there where
Mhm.
you all were at one time. And he's even, not only is he volunteering his services, he's volunteering his finances too, because he's a young entrepreneur and doing his own and running his own business.
That is so rewarding. I mean, what else would a mentor want?
That's
Seeing the children
all. That is the
successful.
most. I'm sorry, Miss Ted. That is the most gratifying thing that we could ask for. Because you know
Absolutely.
it's all about our youth. It's all about their growth and development. It's all about preparing them for their future. And just for that particular situation to happen, it was very rewarding.
Wonderful. Stephen, tell us about your team of volunteers, team of staff, if you have any, or how do you manage the administration of this entire process? There are 150 kids, you see, so it's
Yeah,
not a small number.
yeah, no, it's not at all. No, it's not at all. And like I stated at first, we really depend on our volunteers and other organizations to come in and work with us. But I have a strong staff. I have my son, Stephen Dye Jr., who actually comes. He actually is the director of operations. So he
Okay.
actually runs the day-to-day operations of the organization. I
Mhm.
also have teachers and mentors and educators and staff personnel that's on staff to work with us in our endeavors with our project with the kids. The parents, now we're getting the parents to play a very, very integral part and role in working with us. They're coming in and they are volunteering, whether they become chaperones when we go on field trips, whether they sit in the classroom and help the teachers or the mentors, whether they come in and just join in with the activities that we provide for the kids. So it is a village raising children.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. It takes a village to raise a child. And I've noticed this. I mean, when sometimes parents' aspirations also are not fulfilled, right? They probably wanted to get into basketball, but they couldn't because of whatever, time restraints or any other issues in their childhood. And then if they get the opportunity to do something like this with their kids, I think it's a rewarding situation for everybody.
Yes, yes, ma'am, it is.
Wonderful. Yeah. Stephen, also tell me now, since you are dealing with so many children of different age groups, do you see that children are pressured today in some sort of way? And do you think that more such activities should be included in their curriculum?
Yes, yes, our kids in today's society have a very, very challenging situation that's going on. We have kids that are actually crying out for aid and assistance. They want to learn. They want to be able to grow and in a society where they're accepted, in a society where they're able to provide for themselves when they grow up and to provide for their families. The opportunities, is very, very challenging. Right in our neighborhood alone, the resources are so limited. So it
Mhm.
takes organizations like ours to be able to bring some of those resources back into the community so
Mm.
the kids can be able to have those type of resources available for them. And I think that if if we all understand and realize that we're all here for one common cause, and that is to make this world a better place for us all to live
Absolutely.
in, you
Yes.
know, and to learn how to work together, you know, because God created this world and He created all the different nationalities and ethnicities and all the different cultures and everything. But He wanted us all to be able to work together, to get along together. And I think that if we have that if we could just seek that understanding, the world would be a better place for us all to live in, Miss Page.
I can see your center would be doing very well with your wisdom. The generation that is coming out of your center is definitely an erudite one. They
Yeah.
have understood these concepts.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Hmm.
Stephen, where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now?
Ooh, 3 to 5 years from now, I see myself continuing the mission, Miss Tage, continuing the mission, because there's going to always be kids, and there are going to
Yes.
always be kids that needs our services, and our kids want and they need all the time. So I see myself just where I am now, doing the things on an elevated level, continuously building relationships and bringing in a collaboration with other organizations and businesses to be able to for the organization to grow, to be so we can continue to provide for our children and offer more opportunities and resources for them.
True. Yeah, I wish. So, talking of collaborations, do you have any corporate partners? Do you have any organization that is, helping you, supporting you in some sort of, whether it is resources? You must be requiring, all sorts of resources, books,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Ms. Taser. Yes, ma'am, and thank you so much for asking. And give me a little bit of time because I don't want to forget everybody, but I know I can't get everybody in, in the short time that we have. But I want to just try and get as many people as I can in, and I want everyone to know that supports us and that. Volunteer, whether they're volunteers, whether they're corporate sponsors, parents, the community in large. Detroit Magic Child Development appreciate you all. Okay, but some of our corporate sponsors are DTE, the DTE Foundation. We got the Comerica Foundation. We have Brinker Group, which is a building construction business. We have uh, uh, Hamilton and Associates. That is one of our. He's a sponsor of ours, but also he is a mentor as well. That's an architectural firm.
Hmm.
Okay, it's well known here in the city and the state of Michigan and around the country. We also have Greektown Casino, Mr. Marvin Beatty, Vice President of community. And let me see. We have, I'm trying to think of them all. We have IPS Management LLC, that is owned and operated by Mr. Siegel Clore. We also have my partner in crime, who really, but a good crime, okay, who really works with us, and makes sure that we are able to run our programs out of the center and in the neighborhood. Is Reverend Deacon Keith Taylor, who's my associate. He's the executive director of the facility that we operate out of, Chosen Generation. I'd like to recognize the church also, Solomon's Temple, that owns the facility, and Bishop Davenport, who actually works hand in hand with us in order to make sure that the program goes on right out of the facility and in the community. And we have partners such as other organizations that come in, like Hollywood Golf Institution by Miss Selena Johnson. She's a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer golfer all around the world, known all around the world. She comes, a retired Hall of Famer. She comes in and teaches our kids golf and the fundamentals
That's
of golf. Okay,
oh, lovely.
and we have Owl Express It, which is owned by Miss Joyce Laverne. She's one of our mentors too to come in and counsel our kids. We also have Grandparents on the Move with Miss
Uh-huh.
Nora Murray and Miss Valisa Glover. That's the organization that helps grandparents that are raising their grandkids. Okay,
That's amazing. I know. Thank you to all these wonderful people. I see that you've got a long list of mentors and
a long
supporters.
list, a long list, a long
That's
list.
that's so wonderful. It's extremely encouraging to know that what you are doing is supported by so many people and able to get the resources. So I see that you have golf, you have basketball as well, and you have chess also.
We're getting ready to implement chess. We're getting ready to
Mhm.
implement chess. So we'll be starting that up later on this fall. Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. All right, wonderful. So great. I think that's what can you say? This is a resource bank, and you are able to rely so much on them and make sure that the entire community is growing. Wonderful. So, how to keep all these people motivated? Your staff, your volunteers, do you have any sort of benefits for them, or do you have any sort of, where you say incentives for them?
Yes, yes, ma'am. What we do, we have a couple of programs that we run all year round, competitive programs where we have them competing in fun, competitively with each other to be
Mhm.
able to, we provide trips for our top educators and teachers over the course of the year. We may give them certain type of gift packages or something like that. But we're always coming up with certain type of ideas and concepts to keep them motivated, keep them enthused. But the most important thing is that they're already motivated and enthused. So that because of the group that I
I'm
have,
sure.
yes, the group that I have, they have the passion that I do, with the kids and the community, you
I'm
know.
sure it's keeping you young as well. Being with all these young kids must be keeping all of you young.
Oh, come on now. Can't you see it in me? Can't you see it in me? And that's what keeps me going. And that's a true statement, Miss Page, because I'm telling you, sometimes I'll be around some of my friends and family members and they say, man, you acting just like this and you acting like that. I say, hey, this is my kids coming out of me. They bringing it out of me. They keeping that youthfulness in me.
Yes, that
Mhm.
energy definitely imbibes into you.
Yes,
Wonderful.
ma'am.
That's great. And on a parting note, Stephen, if you could just tell me, is the word magic in Detroit Magic Child meaning something specific, or you're just saying that it just creates magic and that's how the kids turn out to be?
Yes. You know, the word magic and the meaning for magic, as far as our organization is concerned, is that we create magical situations, magical opportunities for our youth. We are able to provide these particular programs for them, and in return, they can take it on and they can carry it on through the rest of their lives. And so it is magical for us to come into their lives and bring those magical moments, magical situations for them.
Wonderful. Yes, wishing you more magic in your life. And
Oh,
thank you so much for joining us.
yes, ma'am.
I will see you all again in the next episode on Jezuba Talks. Till then, signing off, I'm Tej. Thank you, Stephen. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.